Okay. Oh, we're okay. Let's go this. All right. Today's lesson is called coding with formulas. Basically, the idea is that what we want to do is we want to write programs that use formulas. And we'll just start off with two simple examples to kind of get you started. And maybe we'll also make some other suggestions or things that you might consider doing as part of your coding project. First of all, two simple ones that we've, let's review two simple formulas. Let's say we were trying to find the area. Well, first of all, look at this shape here. Look at the triangle here. What if I wanted to know what is the area of this triangle? Well, I have a height of 5 and I have a base of 12. You may remember from elementary school, and I'll go ahead and type the formula here, that the area of a triangle is equal to a times, well, it's actually equals 1/2 times base times height. So our base is 5 and our area is 10. So if I actually want to come, so let's say we figure out what the answer is, I'll go ahead and just, well, I would just do this on Scratchpad. So I can just go 1/2 times, I know, oops, that's not what I want. I want that times the base. The base we said was 12 and the height is 5. And put that there, our answer comes out to be 30. Now let's go back to the document we were on. Let's look at that. So we know that the area of this triangle is 30. Okay? Well, let's look at, suppose we had a rectangle. Well, we know that we want to find the perimeter of the rectangle. Okay? And we'll also do the area. Let's look at those formulas. The perimeter of a rectangle, and I'm going to go ahead and type it here. P equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. And the area is A equals length times width. Okay? So let's go ahead and figure out what these answers are. We'll go back to our scratch pad here. So let's go back to our scratch pad. And let's say we want to figure out the perimeter. We know that the length, if I can go back, the length is 15 and the width is 11. So going back to our scratch pad, I can find the perimeter by just going 2 times the width plus 2 times the length. If I add that together, I get 52. And of course, if I want to get the area is just simply the length, or the, well, length, I can go length times the width, and I get this. So let's go ahead and put these values in. Let's see, I'll return back to my document here. So let's answer this. The perimeter was, what was the perimeter? It was 52. And the area was 165. Oops, I put it in the wrong space. That's what I want, 165. Okay? All right, so now all that's well and good. Now, this is a coding exercise. So what we want to do is we want to write a program that will find the area of any rectangle that we put in if we know the length and the width. And we can also write one that will find the that would actually find the perimeter of the rectangle. So we'll write one program that does, actually we'll take one program that does one and we'll change it into another program that does the other. Okay, and so let's begin by let's inserting a new document here. So I'm going to go to press doc file, and I'm going to go to a new, actually I don't want a new document, I actually want a new problem. So let's escape out of this and go for new problem. Okay, because I want a brand new sheet of paper, and I don't want to lose what I've done already. So in order to write a program, we need to be in the calculator. So let's go to the calculator. All right, we're going to press menu 9 1 1, and we're going to call this problem rect area. Rectangle area. I'm going to say rectangle area. Rectangle area. All right. Okay. And that's all. We'll start there. Okay. So I got rectangle area and I got program there. Okay. So let's go ahead and write this program. The first thing we need to know, in order to find the area of a rectangle, we need to know two things. We need the length and the width. Okay, so we need two variables. We'll use L and W, and we're going to make those local variables. To do that, we need to press menu and under define variables and go to local. Okay, so the local variables I'll be using will be L, W, well, we need a comma, W, and we'll probably also be using, since we're going to be calculating area, we're going to use A also. So we need those. Okay, now let's press enter. How are we going to get the values from L and W? Well, we want the user to give us those numbers. So we need to request statements. So we're going to go menu 6 and 2. All right. What do we want? Well, we want the length first. So we need a direct quote. I'm going to go control multiplication, and we're going to say enter length. All right, that's what we want. And let's get outside of the quote, let's put a comma, and we'll call that length L. Okay, let's press enter, and let's do a second request statement. All right, and so we need another 6-2. We need quotes again, and this time we want to enter the width. Okay, we'll get out of the quote, and we'll put a comma, and we'll put a W. Now that we know we have values for L and W, now we need the calculator to calculate something. We're going to put a define statement. Menu 3, 2. And we're going to define A as L times W. And we need to put definitely an L times W. Alright, so now the calculator is going to figure out what the area is, and we want a statement. So we're going to go, we need a display statement here. So we're going to go menu 6 1, and let's put quotes, and we're going to say the area of the rectangle. We'll go ahead and put rectangle is, leave the quote, okay, put a comma, and now we want the A value up here. Okay, all right, so that's pretty much our program there. Let's go ahead and let's go back over. And just scrolling over just to make sure we're looking like there. That's the entire program. Now, let's go ahead and do a Control B, store it, and let's do a Control Tab to get on the calculator side. Let's press variable. There's our program. Let's press enter. Let's press enter again and enter the length. So let's think about the program we had before. We had a rectangle. It had a length of 15. Okay, and we'll press OK there, enter, and it had a width of 11. Press enter, and look at that. The area of the rectangle is 165. So this program does exactly what we want it to do. Exactly what it wants to do. Now, for reasons so that we can see things a little clearly, I'm going to go ahead and ungroup these screens there, because in order for us to write the second program, which I'm going to use the rectangle area program for, I want to actually just focus on just the program structure. So we're going to get back to this. We're going to split this. So let's go doc 5 8. We have ungrouped. We're still in program problem number 2, but now I have the rectangle area program by itself, and I'm going to write another program using this as a base, or using this as a foundation. Okay. We know how to find the rectangle, the area of a rectangle. Let's change this program so now that we're, instead of finding the rectangle, we are finding the perimeter. So rather than just copying this, we're just going to use menu. We're going to menu 1 and 5, create copy. And this time we don't want to find the area, we want to find the perimeter. So we're going to change the name of this program. Let's see, backspace there, and I'm just going to call it perimeter or rectangle per. Let's see, and what is it, P-E-R. Maybe I can get the whole thing. All right, rectangle perimeter. Okay, let's press OK. All right, it's too long, so let me go ahead and shorten this. Let's just call it rectangle per, and let's see if that likes that better. It likes that one better. All right, so now we got both programs side by side, and I'm going to change the program rectangle per so that we're finding the perimeter instead of the area. So let's see what needs to change. We like the title. Program is fine. We can keep the LW, but we don't need A anymore. So we're going to take A and change that to a P. All right. Let's see. We still need the length for the perimeter, and we still need the width. But our program now, instead of us finding A, we're going to change this A to a P. And we're going to take the L and multiply it by 2. All right. I'm going to, just to be safe, I'm going to put a times there. Then I'm going to put a plus, and then another 2. And so now the perimeter, now we're calculating the perimeter. And let's change the display statement. Instead of saying the area of, we're now going to say the perimeter of. The perimeter. Just showing you that our basic structure of the program does not change. Okay, the perimeter of the rectangle is, and as you can see, I need to change that A to a P. All right, everything else should pretty much be the same. Okay, so assume I haven't made any typos. let's go ahead and do Control B, save this program. All right. Now let's run. Let's we can go back to, well, we can go back to 2.1 now, where we ran the first program, and let's see if we will be successful in running the perimeter program. So now I'm going to go rectangle per and run that. Let's enter the same length. Let's enter the same width. And as you can see, now we have the perimeter of the rectangle is 52. So we have just written two programs, same structure. As you can see, you use the request statements to put in with the variables that you need. Make sure you have the program. Notice that this is the key to the whole program is the define statement there. So my challenge to you is to write a program. It can be an area, it can be a perimeter or something else. You can't use these two because these are examples. And write a program that will calculate either the area or the perimeter of some shape. Okay. All right. So if you want some of the suggestions, you might want to go online, and let's see if I can do that. You can go online and you can look up things like formulas, like area formulas. And like there is one for the, see, we've already used the rectangle. There's a nice parallelogram. There's a triangle one, and see there's all kinds of formulas here. Look at there. Yeah, here's some nice ones that you can consider maybe writing a program that will calculate either one of these. Okay, so I just basically just Google area formulas. You can also do the same thing with perimeter or any other programs or any other particular things that you might be interested, any other type things you want to figure out. Again, these are just some suggestions. There are some volume formulas there. You might even consider some of these. Okay, all right. And anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to check with me in class, and I'll be happy to make some suggestions or anything that you might. As you can see, there are plenty things to choose from. Okay, so again, enjoy coding. Enjoy your coding, and I hope that you are very successful in what you're doing and what you choose. Bye-bye.